Are you ready to do your speak out exercises? My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm the founder and chief executive officer of Parkinson Voice Project. We are a nonprofit speech therapy clinic located in Richardson, Texas. That's a suburb of Dallas. We are solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's around the world preserve your speech and improve your swallowing. I'm going to take you through the 6 speak out exercises. We're also going to do some exercises to strengthen the tongue. This week I'm taking you through our speak out workbook, the first 4 lessons in the workbook. Yesterday we did lesson 1, and today we're going to do lesson 2. What I'm trying to do is explain to you more about the individual speak out program and then the home practice, which is what we do. So I need for everybody to take a sip of water, including me. We're going to take a sip of water so we can get ready to speak with intent and to work our speech and swallowing muscles. The first speak out exercise is called the warm up. You need to wake up your muscles. You need to warm up your voice. It is very important when you do these exercises that it's very high energy. Look across the room. What do you see? A window, a television set, a shelf. I want you to throw your voice across the room. Work hard. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. The name of the program is Speak Out. Get your voice in front of you. Do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Connect the sounds. We do not want may, me. No, we need to connect them. We're trying to strengthen our breathing muscles that we use for speaking. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. You've got it. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Have you ever heard the phrase, practice makes perfect? Well, not if you practice wrong. So perfect practice makes perfect. Make sure you're doing these exercises the right way. Lift your voice. So it should be may, like up, like that. We do not want may, me, my, mo, moo. No, lift the voice. Ready? May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Lots of intent. Let's take a sip of water. Improving your speech is about strengthening the muscles, fighting against the Parkinson's, but also learning to use intent. And we say that we don't want you just to speak with intent. We want you to incorporate intent into everything you do. Walking, writing, cutting your steak, opening the car door, putting on your seatbelt. We want it to be on your mind at all times. The second speak out exercise is the ah, and it helps to improve breath support for speech. I want you to open your mouth wide and throw that ah across the room. Here we go. Ah. God, just imagine that you're shooting that ah and it's going to hit your television set or it's going to fly out the window. High energy. Let's do it again. Ah. to trail off. You can do it. Let's do it again. I hope you're working hard. On a scale of 1 to 10, I want you at a 9, 10, or 11. Work hard. Ready? Keep that mouth open. As you start the make sure you don't punch it. So we don't want like that. It should just flow out, but be strong. Ready? One more. Good. Now, if you were going through the Speak Out protocol with your speech pathologist one-on-one, you would have done 5 of the warm-ups, but you would have done 10 of the ahs. For home practice, you only do 5 usually, but when you go through therapy, you do a whole lot more. That's why it's not enough to just do these online sessions. You need to be working one-on-one with a speech pathologist. Okay, let's go ahead and take another sip of water. Make sure that you swallow with intent. You need to do this with Parkinson's. You really need to think about what you're doing. It's not just about making the muscle stronger. You've got to think about it and activate the intentional motor system, the part of the brain that is not as dependent on dopamine. Okay, that's why it works. All right, the glide. We're going to project the ah out forward and then glide up. Try to get as many little notes in there as you can. Here we go. Stop. The hardest part about this is going from the steady note to the glide. Just listen to me. You see how we go? All right, I want you to do that. Ready? Stop. Don't hold your breath. Close your mouth. You've got to be able to change your pitch. What happens with Parkinson's, the vocal folds become stiff. If they're stiff, you end up with a monotone voice. We do not want that. We want you to have color in your voice. We want you to be expressive. But in order for that to happen, your vocal folds have to stretch. So we're making the vocal folds more flexible as we go up and down the scale. Let's do it again. Stop. I know it's hard. I know it's hard, but it's okay. It will get better. Again. Stop. Let's take a sip of water. As you go down, the sound should be getting stronger. It should never fade away or be going back to your throat. Think of a roller coaster that accelerates and goes down and ends out. So listen to me first. I'm going to start high. Okay? Do it with me. Start high. Ready? One more, then we're done. Start high. Ready? Perfect practice makes perfect. Don't just go through the motions. You don't want to waste your time. Give it all you've got. Take another sip of water with intent. As you pick up the glass, think about it, grab onto it, put it up to your lips, and take a sip with intent. Intent is not just about being proactive. You see intent everywhere on coffee mugs and journals. I have a journal that says write with purpose, okay? But it's not just about being proactive. You're actually activating a different part of the brain that is not as dependent on dopamine. That's why it works. That's why you've got to use intent. All right, in the first week, the first lesson of Speak Out, it starts with the shorter counting. So we are on lesson 2 of the Speak Out workbook. All right, we're going to count, connect the numbers, and throw your voice, hit the wall, hit the TV, make your voice fly out the window. High energy, here we go. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Are you lifting? So it's 1, up and over. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Let's go backwards. Ready? With intent. Hit the wall. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You might feel like you're yelling. Well, the exercises for Speak Out, if you were using a sound level meter, they would be between 80 and 90 decibels. You don't need to use a sound level meter. I never thought I would say that because when I first started working with people with Parkinson's, and for a long time, I used a sound level meter. But you know what? You don't need it. I would rather you concentrate on how it feels rather than the numbers on a sound level meter. Just throw your voice across the room. Take a sip of water, and I was looking to the side here just to see if I had my Speak Out workbook. So this is the workbook. Last year, Parkinson Voice Project gave away 4,554 workbooks. That's how many people received Speak Out in the U.S. We have an e-library for those of you who live outside of the U.S. We just can't afford to ship them out internationally. But if you're working with a Speak Out provider, this is the workbook that you're going to receive. We only give the workbook to you if you're working with a speech pathologist, because you really won't reach your full potential unless you're working one-on-one. These online sessions are great, and I bet you've already seen some progress, but you've got to work individually with a therapist. My patients will tell you, if they work individually with me, watch out. I'm pretty tough, but that's because I care about all of you. All right, we're going to move on to the reading. Let's just back up. Let me go through the Speak Out protocol. If you were doing a therapy session, you would do 5 warm-ups. You would do 10 ahs at least. You would do 10 glides if you were going through one-on-one therapy. And then you would do the counting 3 times, just like we did. Then we would move on to the reading section in the workbook. So I'm going to show you the reading. And you can download this material so you can practice on your own too. The Speak Out workbook starts with phrases and short sentences, and then it advances to paragraphs by the time you get to, lesson 18, 19, or 20. I want you to say every sentence, but it's very high intensity. We're trying to reach about 80 decibels, which means you're going to feel like you're presenting to a big crowd, okay? When I did that, when I said big crowd, I had to take a deep breath. I moved my mouth more. My vocal folds were moving. Say big crowd with me. Ready? Big crowd. Up and over. Do it again. Big crowd. Do you feel the effort? Do it again. Big crowd. Now use that same amount of effort when you read. Here we go. I am grateful. Next. Open the door. Exaggerate. How much is it? Try it again. Don't let it fall back. Speak out. How much? How much is it? Good. Let's start at the top. Again, up and over. I am grateful. Open the door. How much is it? High energy. Come on, next one. Grab my wallet. May I sit here? Turn on the television. All right, for today, we're not going to be doing bonus reading, okay? We're not going to do the bonus reading because I'm taking you through these lessons this week. But work hard, all right? Start with grab my wallet again. Ready? Grab my wallet. May I sit here? Turn on the television. See you next time. It's time to go home. Don't let it trail off. Say that again. It's time to go home. Again. It's time to go home. The airflow is going forward. Next one. Did you sleep well? Next. How thoughtful. Do you see how I lift it? Listen. How thoughtful. Let me hear you say it. I wish I could hear you. Ready? How thoughtful. Next. She is my friend. I like it. Say that again. I like it. Next one. I'll be there soon. Next. Where are my glasses? Next. How did that happen? It's a question. Say it like a question, but speak out. Ready? How did that happen? As you're reading, I want you to think about every single word with intent. You're getting a feel for how it would be if you were working one-on-one with me. Every word with intent. Ready? I love you. They are so nice. I don't know. I would like some more. Live with intent. Good job. All right, we're going to go backwards now. We're going up. Start at the bottom and go up. Ready? Live with intent. I would like some more. I don't know. They are so nice. I love you. How did that happen? Where are my glasses? I'll be there soon. Let's take a sip of water with intent. We're working hard. Again, this is not the way you would necessarily speak, but we are strengthening the muscles so it's very strong. Hold on just a second, give you a chance to get your water. We're going to start with I like it. Make your voice hit the wall across from you. Ready? I like it. She is my friend. How thoughtful. Did you sleep well? It's time to go home. See you next time. Turn on the television. May I sit here? Grab my wallet. Keep going. How much is it? Open the door. I am grateful. Very good. All right, take another sip of water if you need it. The next part of the Speak Out protocol is to do the cognitive. And in the Speak Out workbook, it starts real simple and then it becomes more complex as you go through. So this is where we're learning how to speak closer to conversation with intent. First one, I'm going to give you 10 seconds for each one. Name as many fruits as you can think of in 10 seconds. Go ahead, with intent. Make it hit the wall. Next category, tools. Name as many as you can think of. Use a very strong voice. Make the voice come out strong and hit the wall across. Tools, go ahead. Next one, flowers. Say each one. So it'll be rose, lily, with intent. Ready? Name them with intent. Next one, farm animals. Say each one with intent. Ready? Go. Okay, so in the Speak Out workbook, you can see that there are a whole bunch of cognitives. So it's a lot more, when you're going through the program, it's a lot more exercise than you're getting just for the home practice. We're going to do Dr. Broon's words, and then I'm going to talk about the extra Speak Out exercises, because that's critical that you do the extra ones when you're going through the program, and if you're having trouble generalizing the intentional speech to conversation. These will help you. Let's first do Dr. Broon's nonsense words. In order to swallow, you put the food in your mouth and then you move the tongue, and the tongue moves the food to the back of the throat, okay? So it makes these movements. Now, in order for the actual swallow to trigger, the back of the tongue has to hit the roof of the mouth. If it doesn't go up high enough, because the movements are small with Parkinson's, if the tongue doesn't go up high enough, you're going to have trouble triggering that swallow. So the G, the K, and the NG force the back of the tongue to go up. If I hear the sound G, or if you hear it, then that means the back of the tongue went all the way up. If you hear the K, K, if you hear that, the tongue went all the way up. And if you hear ing, ing, you can't make that sound without the tongue going up. So that's what we're doing with these nonsense words. Say each one 3 times. Exaggerate the G's, the K's, and the NG. Here we go. Gu, la, gun, ga, ga. Stronger. Gu, la, gun, ga, ga. 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 Gu, la, next one. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. In front of you. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. We're working hard. Ku, ka, man, gu, ka. Ready? Gangla. 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 Last one with intent. Kukla. 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 How do you feel? Do you feel like you're getting a good workout? Take a sip of water. The reason that we're not doing the bonus reading is because I want to have time to tell you about the extra speak out activities. If you are working with a speech language pathologist, he or she should be doing these with you in therapy. And they're extra practice. What's in the workbook can be considered structured tasks. Okay, structured, easier. But conversation is not structured. So we have to think about it more, all right? So I'm going to share something with you that we would do on day 2 or the first week of Speak Out. We've got some word cards, okay? By the way, this paper that I held up, these are all different examples of extra Speak Out activities. If you're having trouble generalizing your intentional speech to conversation, download it. I'm going to have Lena post it and you can have it. I don't have anything to hide. I want you to have it. I want you to have it and work on it. It'll give you lots of examples for kind of unstructured. All right, the word tiger. Say the word with me. Tiger. Let's spell it forwards with intent and we're hitting the wall. Ready? T-I-G-E-R. Close your eyes and spell it. Ready? T-I-G-E-R. Is your voice going in front of you? Spell it backwards. R-E-G-I-T. You see I'm connecting? Now close your eyes and spell it backwards. R-E-G-I-T. Make up a sentence with the word tiger. Go ahead, say it with intent. Throw your voice across the room. Name 3 places that you could see a real live tiger and say it with intent. So I might say the zoo, okay, with intent. 3 places you can see a tiger. I want you to describe a tiger to someone who has never seen one before. Tell us how big it is, what color. Tell us anything you can. Say every single word with intent. Go ahead. Did your speech come out clear? Was it gravelly or was it nice and clear? Were you thinking about it? Let me ask you one more question. Give me directions from your house to the zoo. And if you don't know, make it up, okay? Give me directions, and as you give directions, try to think of the names of the streets. So I'm going to go south on Coit Road, all right? Every word with intent. Directions to the nearest place to see a tiger. when you work on these extra speak out exercises, you're working on speaking out in conversation. You're also improving your cognitive skills. Many people with Parkinson's do notice changes in their cognition, but don't be scared by it. It's not like it's dementia, okay? Dementia is a small portion. As we get older, even for me, it gets harder to come up with words. And with Parkinson's, the thinking process is slower but accurate. That's a very big distinction between Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. With Parkinson's, somebody's responses may be slower, but they're usually accurate. Please keep that in mind. But the more you work on it, the more you do the cognitive exercises and the extra speak out activities, the easier it will get. I hope you found today's session helpful. I'll be back tomorrow and we're going to do lesson 3. All right? Thank you for joining me. Speak with intent and